ES Audio.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Travers, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the end of Google's Stadia cloud gaming service. But first, NASA and SpaceX are looking at the idea of a Hubble telescope reboost mission. The orbiting observatory, one of the greatest instruments in the history of science, is gradually losing altitude. The space agencies will study the idea of running a private astronaut mission to extend its life. If nothing is done, the telescope will eventually fall into the atmosphere and burn up. The study is expected to take up to 6 months, collecting technical data from both Hubble and the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Hubble was serviced on 5 occasions by astronauts in NASA's space shuttle, the last time being in 2009. Reboosting Hubble into a higher, more stable orbit could add multiple years of operations to its life. At the end of its lifetime, NASA plans to safely deorbit and dispose of Hubble. Now you may have spotted, the world's first all-electric passenger plane has taken flight, and it's called Alice.
Alice is the world's first all-electric commuter aircraft. And to put that into context, it's the first purpose-built airplane of this size that's designed to power electric motors using a battery.
That's Eviation CEO Gregory Davis, whose company is behind the aircraft. We caught up with him following the big event. The 9-passenger plane completed an 8-minute flight from Washington State's Grant County International Airport, flying at an altitude of 3,500 feet.
We don't need to climb the way that other aircraft need to climb. So when a turbine aircraft takes off, it's at its least efficient from a fuel burning perspective. And the higher you climb, the more efficient your engines get. On electric aircraft with electric motors, you don't need to climb to improve your efficiency. So you're able to spend less time climbing and concentrate on getting to your end destination.
While the Alice isn't designed to fly long-haul routes, its range puts it within striking distance of Paris, Amsterdam, and even Zurich when taking off from London. However, its speed doesn't quite measure up to today's passenger jets, though. It tops out at 287 miles per hour, compared to a Boeing 737's 588 miles per hour.
So we are targeting a charge point of a half hour of charging for 1 hour of flying time. It's a design consideration. You can design your batteries to do different things, and so that's what we're doing. That mimics a typical turnaround time for an aircraft at an airport.
The company plans to start deliveries to airlines by 2027, and already counts US-based commuter airline Cape Air as a client for its Boston-Cape Cod routes. However, Eviation will be facing some fierce competition. Boeing and Airbus have also recently made strides in developing electric planes. A huge search and rescue effort is continuing in Florida, after one of the strongest US hurricanes to hit the state left a path of destruction. At least 10 people have died as a result, but officials fear the confirmed toll could rise considerably. US President Joe Biden has warned that the Category 1 storm could be the deadliest hurricane in Florida's history, with a substantial loss of life. Hurricane Ian is now moving inland and heading towards North and South Carolina. Google is to close its Stadia cloud gaming service and refund its users. It was originally pitched as a Netflix for games when it launched in 2019, as it allowed players to stream games online without a console. However, it seems the venture has been deemed unsuccessful, and Google has announced that Stadia will end on the 18th of January 2023. Users have been promised a refund if they purchased a Stadia controller, as well as any games or add-on content. Scientists have found further proof of liquid water on Mars. Research led by the University of Cambridge provides the first independent line of evidence using data other than radar. The red planet has thick water ice caps at both poles that were previously thought to be frozen solid, all the way to their beds due to the cold Martian climate. The study team were keen to highlight that the findings do not necessarily mean that life exists on Mars. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, Anonymous strikes again and how Google Maps could help you achieve good vibes only. Whilst you're here, why not give us a rate and follow? Welcome back. A study suggests that the climate impact of Bitcoin is greater than gold mining. They say the cryptocurrency is less digital gold and more digital beef, as it's at a similar level of natural gas extraction or rearing cattle for meat. The research from the University of New Mexico and published in the journal Scientific Reports assessed the climate cost of various commodities as a portion of their overall market cap. According to The Economist, the climate damage of producing the digital currency has averaged 35% of its market value over the past 5 years, peaking at 82% in 2020. The UN has elected its first female secretary of the International Telecommunication Union. Doreen Bogdan-Martin beat her Russian rival Rashid Ismailov by 139 votes to 25. The American will succeed Hulan Zhao, who has been in the role since 2014, when her term begins on the 1st of January 2023. The ITU has a crucial role in facilitating the use of radio, satellite, and the internet. Anonymous has launched multiple cyber attacks against the Iranian government. It comes after the death of Mahsa Amini in police custody in Tehran. She was detained for not wearing a hijab. The death has sparked mass protests, with eyewitnesses saying she was beaten. Police claim she had a heart attack. Last week, the hacktivist group announced it was launching a cyber operation against the Iranian government under the hashtag #OpIran. Since then, it claims to have successfully managed to hack numerous Iranian officials' accounts and the government website. And finally, Google Maps is getting an upgrade that lets you vibe check your destination. How exactly they're measuring the vibes of places isn't quite clear as it stands, but it seems like it'll be a simple overview of an area drawn from a wealth of information Google Maps already collects. In a blog post, the tech giant said, say you're on a trip to Paris, you can quickly know if a neighbourhood is artsy or has an exciting food scene, so you can make an informed decision on how to spend your time. They aim to roll out the feature in the coming months. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast from the Evening Standard, here in London. We'll be back on Monday at 1 p.m. See you then.